That woke culture, it just cannot fill the spiritual void. And in 2024, Washington Examiner had an article where they compare the progressive ideology as a new religion, especially for young women who have been leaving the church and seeking that deeper sense of purpose. And unfortunately, shouldn't say that, but I meant it. There's a lot of people who are going over to Islam because here's the thing is people always do such an aggressive pivot. This is no shade at anybody who's Islamic. I'm sorry. You can throw shade at my culture and my religion all you want, but we have open discussions here, respectfully. But the reason that I feel like there's a lot of Caucasians that are going over to Islam, particularly, especially like over in Europe, is because they are so adverse to the woke progressive religion that they wanted to go. This is serious. We are not Islamophobic here. I have Islamic friends.
What is that, like a cheetah print on the one on the very left? That's a customized edition we have there.
Not her trying to be a cheetah-licious Sharia law girl. Hey, cheetah-licious Sharia law. Okay, I can't. These divas, shout out to the Islamic divas out there, the Caucasian Islamic divas who don't show their ankles. Shout out to y'all. But I feel like the reason that a lot of women, especially, I guess, have moved over to liking Sharia law is because at least it has structure and purpose and some type of substance there. So it's like I can respect it in that element of that is how desperate people are for structure, that they are going over to Islam. And obviously not all of Islam is as radical. Like don't be sensitive, because I can already feel the people crashing out and be like, oh, you're so Islamophobic. It's like, no, I ain't scared of y'all. But but that being said, we talked about this again a couple weeks ago, but I just want to spin the block on it because it is so powerful and is so important. This resurgence of religion among Gen Z men, especially. There's this Axios article that came out that I think you guys should go and check out. But there's the study showing the growing interest. It talks about how the decades-long decline, and I mean decades-long decline, where every single decade, every single generation has been going to church less and less. And you would think that Gen Z would be a part of that trend, especially with the narratives and the tropes that are around about our generation. But really, it's the opposite. We're actually driving the religion revival right now. Each decade or with each group becoming less Christians, with each group becoming less Christians. You had Americans born in the 1970s that are 63% Christian. You had 1980 babies that were 53% Christians. 90s babies were 46, but there was no real decline from the 90s babies to the 2000s babies. They're also at this 46%. And even though it hasn't necessarily drastically gone up yet, and that's largely because women are still dropping out of the church, there is at least a plateau. And with masculinity coming back and with men leading their households and their families again, I think with men leading, I think it's only a matter of time that women are going to start going back to church too. You have Gen Zers, especially again, the Gen Z men that are actually statistically more likely to attend a weekly religious service than millennials and then even younger Gen Xers, which is crazy to think about. So I think women are going to come back on board soon because you see a lot of women, even in the influencer space, that are now choosing healthier lifestyles or choosing to again, find God again. They're choosing to have this real sense of purpose again. I saw this video, and I'm pretty sure I went to a party with this girl when I very first moved to LA, which is crazy to see the whole full circle of it. But I want to play this video from this girl this video actually made me tear up a little bit the first time I saw it. I thought it was beautiful. Beautiful. So beautiful. So if you are just listening and not watching, so basically what it shows is how she went from the LA influencer lifestyle, going to the party, seeing people do crazy, wild stuff. And yeah, it's fun. It's very, very fun. But the fun doesn't last forever. It's not fulfilling. And this girl, she left the LA life, went and got married, found God, and now she's so much happier. She's seeing the world. She's living a healthier lifestyle. And I think that is what Gen Z is desperately craving, this healthier turnaround. People are becoming healthier spiritually, physically, emotionally, relationally. Is that how you would say it? However you would say it. You know what I'm trying to say. I feel like in every capacity, people are seeking health and spirituality, and we love to see that.